Hey everybody, morning coffee with Cliff. It is still morning here on the east coast of New York State, upstate New York. I'm in the Thousand Island region of upstate New York. Good morning, glad you're here. If you're just showing up in the shorts feed, then I want you to subscribe to the channel, join the community of progress. And that's what my channel is all about, how we can get better every day in every way than we were yesterday. And if that resonates with you in any way, shape, or form, hey, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment, let me know where you are in the world. If I can see through the bright sunshine here, I will definitely acknowledge you connecting with me. Listen, one quality person at a time. That's how I'm growing the channel. The next quality person, I think, is going to be you. Glad you're here. And let me know where you are in the world. I'm in the Thousand Island region of upstate New York. It is a beautiful day here on the St. Lawrence River. Everybody, good morning. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for popping in. Let me know where you're at. Appreciate you being here. Everybody chiming in here in the shorts feed. I got family here on the island. They're actually tubing out here right now. And they actually have the dog in the tube. Can you imagine that? You might see them go by right here. There they go. There they go. Unbelievable time here on the island. Good to spend time with family, friends, and just see what's happening. And glad you're chiming in here. It's a wonderful day here on the river. It's not always the best weather, but it has been for the past 4 or 5 days. So we're going to take it as it comes. Morning coffee with Cliff. We're not at noon yet here on the east coast of America, the United States. Let me know where in the world you are, because I know when I'm live streaming in real time, I'm actually broadcasting to the whole world, because I've connected with people in Italy, Germany, Korea, India. Unbelievable. So it's great to connect with people from all over. Never been a better time to be alive. You can actually turn on a camera, go live streaming to people throughout the world. Glad you're here, everybody. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Glad you're here. It's an amazing place right here on the St. Lawrence River, Thousand Island region of upstate New York. It is amazing. And maybe I'll give you a little bit of a view right here. See, actually over my shoulder, right out there, you can see way over there is the Canadian border. So I'm in the St. Lawrence River. And there's a New York side of the St. Lawrence River, and there's a Canadian side. Way over there is actually Canadian waters. This is fresh water. It runs out of Lake Ontario and goes on north past Montreal, Canada, and into the Atlantic Ocean. Let me know where you are in the world. I want to acknowledge you. Right over my shoulder there is Singer Castle. And that castle was built in 1905 by Frederick Bourne. And at the time, he was on the board of Singer Sewing Machine. And so they named the castle Singer Castle. That's how it got its name. I'm in the Thousand Islands, New York, everybody. Exactly where they got the name of the dressing, Thousand Island dressing. And my channel's all about a community of progress, getting better every day in every way than we were yesterday. If that resonates with you, subscribe. You're in the right place. You've come across the right channel just by accident? No coincidence. It's serendipity that you have contacted my channel. So I want you to subscribe, join the community of progress. I try every time that I make a video to put some value into it. If that resonates, you got to subscribe. All right, everybody, I'm glad you're here. You're in the right place. Morning coffee with Cliff from Elm Tree Island, Hammond, New York. Beautiful day here in the Thousand Islands, New York, everybody. I think it's a beautiful day, and if you're anywhere in the area, you got to come visit. I'll make you a cup of coffee, but you got to get here before noon. So I got family, got my cousin out there. They're tubing today, and I took some beautiful drone footage, which I'll be putting out in the channel in the long form content. So you can check that out. After you subscribe, you're going to be able to see the drone footage of today of them out there having a ball tubing. I didn't get a video of the dog in the tube, though. I would have liked to have gotten that. Guys, it's going to be another beautiful day here. Awesome. Let me know where you are in the world. If you haven't already subscribed, let me get into the shade. Maybe I can see your comments right there. That'll be great. And kind of tough with the bright sunlight, but I'm glad you're here. You are in the right place. Hey, everybody, thanks for chiming in here. I know when I go live in the vertical format of YouTube, shows up in the shorts feed. So you might just be stumbling across my content. That's great. If it is, subscribe to the channel. You are in the right place. I'm on a private island right now in the St. Lawrence River, Thousand Islands, New York. Let me know where you are in the world. Hey, fortune favors the bold. I got some brave souls here. Hey, Onyx Hobbies. Hi, how are you? Cross shoot. Hey, thank you guys for chiming in here. Hey, welcome to the channel, everybody. I'm Cliff Yates. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I'm in the St. Lawrence River in upstate New York. Look I got family and friends out there. They're tubing today on the Tri-Tune. Right way over there, the far reaches of that landmass, that's Canada. But I'm in the U.S. I'm on the New York side of the St. Lawrence River, Thousand Islands, New York. Glad to be connecting with you, even if it's just on video. But I make a lot of long-form content, and I know, I have confidence you're going to like it. You won't be disappointed. I'm always going to be all in. I'm always going to give you the energy. It's always going to be 100%. It's not going to be half-assed. So thanks for connecting with me on the channel this morning here in upstate New York. Hello, Jack Dill. Love it. Thank you. Good on you too. Hey, Thousand Islands, New York, everybody. That's where I'm at. This is the Thousand Islands, the St. Lawrence River, everybody. Look at we got the family out here. They're on the Tri-Tune, they're waving. And I got the dog back in the boat. I got Singer Castle right over my right shoulder, or left shoulder, however it looks to you on the camera. 1905, Frederick Bourne built that castle. At the time, he was on the board of Singer Sewing Machine, and so they named it Singer Castle. But this is where my island is in regards to that. You can't live here all summer. This water freezes over, so it's a seasonal property. Sometimes my friends ask me, oh, now are you going to live on the island? I can't. It freezes over. I got to close it up. Late September. Glad you're here, everybody. Thanks for chiming in. Subscribe, damn it. Join the channel here, a community of progress. What am I talking about? I have no idea. When I go live, I go from the top of my head, through my heart, out my mouth. And that's one of the things I know you and I both agree on. We want authentic material. So sometimes I don't know what's going to pop into my head. I don't know what I'm going to say, but you got to know for sure. This is no green screen. This is authentic background. I don't have any notes. There's no teleprompter, and I'm not reading from a script. I'm all about personal growth, how we can get better every day in every way than we were yesterday. If that resonates with you, damn it, you're in the right place. All I know is 35, 40 years ago, I was in a negative place mentally and really a little bit physically. And then when I changed, things began to change for me. And because of that, I got hooked on personal growth, how I can make progress. That's the best way to really enjoy life, to have fun. When you know you're making progress towards a worthy goal or ambition, you can feel it. Your heart is warm and it's very happy. You may not get there. You may change directions. But the fact of making progress towards a worthy goal or ambition, it really will fulfill you and lead to a happy life. Happiness is going to be your game. You're not going to achieve to be happy. You're going to happily achieve. You're going to choose happiness first, and then you're going to achieve. Hey, thanks for chiming in. A lot of positive comments this morning. We don't have any slime balls today. We don't have any negativity going across our bow, which I love it. You are not pretty enough anymore, only to see you talking. Oh, I love it. I love it. All right, we got some slime being thrown right there, but I'll tell you what, I am very pretty, regardless of what you say, right? Remember, other people's opinions or judgments of you is none of our business, right? We choose our thoughts and the meaning that we give to things. And if you're going to put yourself out there like I do in the public arena, guess what? You are opening yourself up for public criticism and attack, and that's okay. It won't bother you and it won't bother me because we're going to move forward doing the right thing for the right reason in the right way. Isn't that a great way to live? Hey, I love it. Now I welcome the slimers. I welcome the people who try to throw slime on me because I'm impervious to it. It has no meaning to me, but I like it because people are interacting with the channel. So actually, your haters are giving you a benefit. If you have a YouTube channel and you get hating comments, don't be upset about that. It serves a purpose. YouTube recognizes that as interaction with your channel. They recognize that as people watching and commenting. So if you get haters out there, don't hate them. Love them. They serve a purpose. I only want good content. Ah, well, then you're in the right place, Eric Van Sheer, because you know what? I share what I've been studying, and I share it with you, and that makes me learn it better, right? I learn it more knowing I'm going to be sharing it. I'm going to be making a video. I'm doing a podcast, and that's what I love studying. It's enhanced my life. And guess what happens when you get better? When you become a better communicator, a better listener, when you become in physical shape, guess who benefits? Not just you, the people around you. People are going to say, hey, you've changed. What's going on with you? What are you reading? What are you thinking lately? Because this is not the you I knew before. Hey, you're a different person. You're transforming. You're becoming better. Not just getting more, you're becoming more. Isn't that the whole idea behind all of this stuff? Absolutely. Hey, thanks for all the positive comments today. Happy Sunday. Blessings and peace to you. Cliff Yates. I love it. TLXX 7575. You welcome back. Glad you're here. Love you because you're always there with an encouraging, positive comment. And I don't take that lightly. As a matter of fact, what is good about having such a tiny YouTube channel? What's good about it is I get to respond to every comment that everybody leaves on all my videos. It's still small enough I can answer any and all questions, and I can respond to most comments. All the negative comments throwing hate out there, I just discount that and I move forward and I move along. I don't have time for that, right? We can always make more money, but we can't make more time. Time is really what we have. And when you want to have the most energy in that time, hey, if you haven't already, start a regimented, habituated exercise program that involves weight resistance exercises. And it doesn't have to be a lot. You can only do it 3 days a week, 35, 40 minutes a day. You can do that. You watch Netflix 2, 3, 4 hours. Get your ass moving. I am telling you, the vitality and energy that's going to come to and through you is going to be very contagious, not only for you, but for the people around you. They're going to catch it. They're going to be on your vibration, or they're going to get repelled by it, right? We're all transmitters and we're all receivers. You've been there, right? If you've been in a positive frequency, a positive vibration, and then someone comes into the room, they come into your circle, and they're of a negative, toxic vibration, you don't want to be around them. You're repelled by them, and believe me, they're repelled by you. They don't want to be around you. Isn't it? People flock together of similar feathers, right? It's misery loves company. That's why two negative people, they tend to come together. They're attracted to each other. It's the law of attraction in the negative sense. Sorry, that is only blah, blah. Have a nice day. Weather looks wonderful there. Oh, I love you. Thank you. Eric, you're awesome. Thanks for the content. It is blah, blah, blah today. That's what I'm talking. That's what I'm peddling today. Blah, blah, blah in a positive sense. All right, everybody. I'm so glad you subscribed. We're growing the channel and you are a part of it today, so I appreciate you. Thanks, everybody, to all the new subscribers. Glad you're here. Yes, I do know because I read the Bible. I'm into the Word every morning. I read my scripture in the morning. I get alone and I have my own personal relationship with Jesus Christ and God. And that's where I spend my times in the mornings. I spend my times, what do you do in the morning? I spend my time as soon as I get up. I have a gratitude journal. I write down 10 things that I'm most grateful for because I know that you can't hold two opposing thoughts in your head at the same time. You can't be angry, frustrated, or upset if you're feeling an attitude of gratitude. So that's why I pointedly ask myself, what am I grateful for in my life? And I write them down. Hey, if you win the morning, there's a good chance you're going to win the day. How about that? That's a good theme for the stream, baby. Who made this coffee? Oh, I did. Good job on myself. All right, everybody. I got a family here on the island. We're tubing today. We're doing some water sports, but I had to check in with you. Hey, what is your favorite thing to do? Now, I had a question there, and now it's gone. What is your favorite thing to do? On the island? I don't know. I like doing a lot of things. I stand-up paddleboard. Especially on a nice calm day today like today. I like to snorkel around the island. Finally, the water's warmed up enough so it's not frigidly cold, although it's probably only 70, maybe. But it's warm enough now to snorkel around the island without a wetsuit. And it's very refreshing, by the way. It's cold enough to be still refreshing. What is your favorite thing to do on the weekend? Well, for me, every day's a weekend, my friend. But Fridays, I go to fish fry here in the islands, so I go by boat to a place that's not too far, 5 or 6 minutes by boat. I go to fish fry, and I kind of connect with people on other islands in the area. And I see people that have their own islands, and sometimes we decide, hey, let's get together. And they have me over, I have them over. So the weekends up here are great, especially if I have visitors. That's usually when people pop on up to the island to come visit if they're not too far away. But I have two friends from Los Angeles who are coming out in a couple of weeks. And so they fly into Syracuse Airport, and then I go pick them up. It's a 2-hour drive. And then I drive them back here to the island. And they're going to spend 5 days. And they've been doing this for 5 years, believe it or not. Hard to believe, 5 years. They've been coming out to the island, which is no small task, right? That, you know, expensive flight tickets and coming from LA, time difference, time change. And so they got 4 or 5 hour flight plus a 2-hour drive with me. But that's okay because I'm entertaining. The Lord never slapped Judas. Okay, thank you. All right. Oh, you back and forth. All right. All I know is that Jesus loves me. Isn't that most important? All right. And he loves you too. Isn't that omnipresent, omnipotent? Most people, they operate from the bottom up, but it's top bottom, inside out. It's upside down. In other words, from the up down. We should operate first from spiritual, right? We're always operating on 3 tiers, right? Spiritual, intellectual, and physical. Simultaneously, all throughout the day, we are operating in those 3 spheres, right? Spiritual, intellectual, and physical. Hey, I hope you're having a great day today. Thanks for connecting with me here. That's why I like to go live. I know it shows up in the shorts feed of YouTube, and that's when I can connect with people who aren't already subscribed because they're coming across me by accident, and YouTube pushes shorts. So when I go in live in the shorts feed, I'm connected to more people, and my channel is continuing to grow because there's a lot of people who are into personal growth. They really do want to get better. They really do want to become more. And it's not like somebody said, blah, blah, blah. They want to talk about thinking better. Everything starts with thinking. And you know what? We can change our thinking at any time, at the blink of an eye. When we change our thinking, it's going to change our emotions, our vibrations, and what we attract. And our life is going to change. At any time, you can take a pivot. You can change. You can turn your life around. You can make it better. You can get to the next level. I study this all day long, and that's why I'm sharing it with you today. Thanks for the positive comments, everybody. You should start smoking PCP. No, you don't want to smoke PCP. For many years, when I worked South Central Los Angeles, and people on, well, we called it water, but it was PCP, and they were on Sherms, they called it. That's when they used to dip cigarettes into PCP and smoke it. Oh, I've seen people do terrible things on PCP, and you do not want to mess with your mind that way. I'll take that as a joke. All right, be unstoppable, my friends. Hey, what's up? Bored and dead. I'll tell you what's insane is me, my friend. I am unreasonable. I don't think reasonably. When I set goals, they are goals that I don't think that I can or is possible for me to achieve. If you set a goal that you believe you can achieve, that is not exciting. That's not going to pull you in. It's not going to drive you to take the actions you need to take. You got to be thinking stupid. I want you to think insane goals. Pick shit so your friends and family go, why are you thinking that? That is stupid and it's crazy. If they say that to you, you're on the right track. Hey, if that resonates with you, subscribe to the channel. Don't be bashful. Fortune favors the bold. Wisconsin! Finally, someone's got the balls to tell me where they're from. Wisconsin's in the house. Wisconsin, I know, is beautiful. I have not been there. I did have a friend that went there. I'm sorry to say he went to federal prison in Wisconsin. But Wisconsin looks like a beautiful place, everybody. Thanks for checking in this morning. Joining my live feed. All right, everybody. I got to get ready to roll. The coffee's just about done, and I got to start the rest of my day here on the island in the St. Lawrence River. I got Wisconsin in the house because they had the balls to say where they're from. How about you? Tell me where you are in the world. Don't be afraid. Fear is a killer of all drive and ambitions. I'm going to get my glasses on. Have a good one, bud. Thank you, my friend. You have a great one. Live with passion. Take every day like it's your last day. I'm telling you, be all in 100%. Hey, what's up? Glad you're here. Thanks for checking in, everybody. Who do I got? Just me in. Oh, yeah, I love it. You're here. And you know what? Right now, you're the most important person in the world, as far as I'm concerned. What if you went out every day and everybody you talked to, you had that attitude in your head? That was what you were thinking. Hey, this is the most important person in the world. When I talk to them, that's what I'm going to be thinking. Guess what? They're going to receive that vibration. They're going to really feel that. Not everybody. We never know what somebody's going through. Sometimes we're out there in the world, right? We're out in the field and we're projecting joy and happiness. We're giving people a smile. That can't be contingent on their response, because you know what? They might be going through some kind of tragedy, and you know what? They're not in the mood or the headspace to receive your joy. And you know what? They don't want to talk to anybody right now. And so we always have to be thinking. We never know what somebody's going through. All right, I got a great comment here. All right. Drinning, chilling, fishing. When I make goals, I make big ones then. Small goals to reach the big ones. That's right, steps along the way. Write it down and put it where you can see it every day. That's right. Oh man, you're so on track. That does several different things. First of all, it lets your subconscious know this is important to you, because now you've written it down. You had to think it, you had the visual in your head to write it in ink. And then now you're reading it, so you're now seeing it, and you're also feeling it, not just with emotions, but your physical act of writing. And now you got the visual looking at it on paper. You're sending a message. That vision married with emotion gets planted in the subconscious mind. And whatever you plant in that subconscious mind with strong emotion, it puts into action circumstances and people to manifest that into its physical reality. We don't know when, but I'll tell you what, it sets everything in motion. Unless you drop that thought and you don't keep it as a dominating thought, it's going to keep working for you. Believe me, I've seen it. Boom, got the sub, everybody. Boom, that's it. Winner. Got it. Got the new sub. That's it. My day's made. Goal achieved. All right, I'm going to be rocking the rest of the day. Feeling good. Why? I set the bar pretty damn low. I just wanted a new subscriber, and boom, I got one. So guess what? The channel has grown. And what else does that do? Hey, I made progress towards a worthy goal of growing my YouTube channel one person at a time. No one person is less than the next person. Okay, it'd be great to have 10,000 subscribers in this morning live feed, but you know what's most important? The next one is important. It's like the story of the kid who's taking the starfish and he's throwing it back in the ocean. And somebody said, there's millions of starfish. You can't make a difference throwing it back in the ocean. And he said, I can make a difference to this one. So sometimes the one is just as important. You know, how you do one thing is how you do everything. That's another principle that I had to learn and apply to my life. How I do one thing is how I do everything. And when you start operating that way, you're going to be surprised at how you level up in all areas of your life. It's kind of exciting because you're taking control of how you're thinking, how you're feeling, and what you're doing. No one else really has the power unless you gave it away. That's the kind of thing that I think is exciting. You can't study it enough. Hey, I'm Mac. I'm new. Hey, Mac, what's up, my brother? How are you? You're new? Well, you're in the right place, damn it. I'm Cliff Yates. I'm a retired cop. I was actually a cop for 35 years. I also did stand-up comedy for 30 years when I was in Los Angeles. The Comedy Store, the Laugh Factory, the Hollywood Improv, all over. I opened for some great people. I was mainly an opening act because I had my full-time job, LA's comedy cop. Cop by day, comedian by night. And now I live in Free Florida, but I also have a summer place here in upstate New York. And a long time ago, I got interested in personal growth, self-improvement, really living unlimited in my thoughts and actions. Let the outside world limit you. Let circumstances stop you, but mentally, not you and I. Bullshit. We're going to go forward. Unstoppable, unlimited. You know who that's going to resonate with? People? Not that many people. Believe me, most people are going to poo-poo it. You're going to find yourself in the top 5% immediately. You don't have to achieve anything. Just change your thinking to the right way, and you're going to start putting yourself in the top tier of high performers. I'm a girl. You are a comedian and a cop. That's because, oh, you're a girl. I'm sorry, Mac. Hey. Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of crazy, but come to find out, there are several former cops who are comedians. Kevin Jordan was an LAPD officer I performed with. He left the LAPD and now he's a full-time comedian on the cruise ships. If you've ever taken a cruise ship or several cruises, you might have seen Kevin Jordan. He's a former LAPD officer. Hey, if you see him on a cruise ship, tell him you know Cliff Yates. He'll remember me. We did some great shows in Los Angeles. Yeah, it is kind of an odd thing. Cop by day, comedian by night. But you know what? It gave me fresh material, stuff that other people weren't doing. Kind of unique stuff. Mac, glad you're new here. Subscribe to the channel. Listen, all things are possible, male or female. Doesn't matter. I'll tell you right now. One of the secrets I found out is I can't encourage somebody else, support somebody else, unless I do the same for myself. Selfishly, I encourage other people. I compliment other people, and I try to inspire other people. However, I know that it bounces back at me. There's called the law of compensation. It comes back to you. What you put out in the world wants to give back to you. It's kind of a weird thing, but that's how it works. Not sometimes, not once in a while, but every single damn time. I've always wanted to go to LA to see the singer Josh Groban. I live in Minnesota and I subbed. Hey, thank you, another sub. You got to go to LA. It's not as good as it was, but man, I'm thinking. I used to work Universal City Walk, Hollywood, because that's in the county area and the sheriff's department. We patrolled that area. I'll never forget. Fleetwood Mac was performing at, hey Mac, Fleetwood Mac was performing at the Universal Amphitheater. Mac, you're going to appreciate this. And I'm at the back gate where people drive in, the performers. Well, guess who drives themselves into the show? Stevie Nicks drove herself to the show performing with Fleetwood Mac that night. You know, most entertainers, either they fly in or they come in limousine. No, Stevie Nicks, she drove her own car in. And I'll never forget, I was right there at the gate and she said, oh, I'm performing tonight. Where do I park? Oh, right down here. And I actually drove my police car in front of her and I directed her down and I helped her out and she walked into the back of the, hey, that was one of my thrills that I got working for the LA Sheriff's Department. Meeting Stevie Nicks was awesome. And I got to see them perform that night because I snuck into the back of the Universal Amphitheater to see Fleetwood Mac perform. That had to be 1990. Oh God, it had to be 1995-ish. Man, that's old. Hey, go to LA, make it happen. Nothing is impossible. Put that in your head. I want to see Josh Groban perform. And you know what? It's going to happen. Keep that as a dominating thought in your head. Write it down. Put it on your vision board. Put it in your phone. Look at it once a day. Don't worry about how it's going to happen. Just know that that's what you want and why you want it, because of how he makes you feel, probably. Remember, the most important thing about goals is forget the how. What do you want specifically and why do you want it? The how is going to come later. And that's kind of the crazy thing about being a high achiever, a high peak performer. Forget the how, baby. It's all about the what and the why. And most people get it backwards. They go right to, how am I going to do this? You may not know how. And if you keep asking how, your brain's going to tell you, I don't know, and you're going to get discouraged and you're going to stop. That's cool. I'm not a fan of them, though I'm a huge fan of Josh. So, do you know who Josh? I know who Josh Groban is. Absolutely. St. Paul, Minnesota. I believe Josh Groban did something on Broadway. And I love going to New York City once a year, and I like seeing Broadway shows. All right, everybody, the coffee's almost done. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you connecting with my channel and subscribing. I know I got at least 2 subscribers. Made my day. Doesn't take much. I put the bar low. All right, everybody, I appreciate you. I got to tell you that. I would encourage you, take on the day. No matter what happens, stay in a positive frame of mind, a positive vibration. Now, that doesn't mean life is going to be ups and downs. It's going to be hills and valleys. But can you imagine if during the valleys, if during your down times, you maintain a positive mental attitude, you have a higher vibration, even in the down times, when the up times come, you're going to be soaring that much higher. It's going to be so much greater. It's going to be kind of amazing. You're not even going to want to share with people because they're not going to believe you. They're going to think, what are you on? And you might have to tell them the truth. Some will accept it, some won't. He did the great Comet in 2016 and Sweeney Todd in 2023. That's right. Sweeney Todd, that's right. Oh my God, that's awesome. Hey, thanks for connecting. Thanks for the comments. Hey, I appreciate you. I know I get a sense from you that you're a positive person. Are you left-handed? I just get a feeling that you're in the right side of your brain, that you're very artistic. See, I'm getting a feeling, I'm getting a vibration. You know what? When you're on the same vibration with somebody, they could be halfway around the world and you're going to connect. You're going to be drawn to each other. Have you ever thought about somebody, they were in your mind and all of a sudden they called you or you ended up having contact with them and you thought, oh, what a coincidence? It's no coincidence. You're on the same vibration, baby. You're on the same wavelength. You're on the same frequency. That's why. No accident. I know so much about Josh. You should quiz me sometime. I will. You know what? There's a lot I want to know about Josh Groban. I know he has a Christian background, Josh Groban, isn't he? I know I've seen him on some morning shows, especially when he was in New York doing, I'm sure he did, well, the Broadway. And yeah, so what an amazing voice. I know that. Well, I connected with his music right away, but I haven't listened to him lately. But now you've inspired me to watch some videos later of Josh Groban. Isn't it amazing how you can share words with somebody and the other person from your words will create a picture in their head and they'll take action based on those pictures. You talked about Josh Groban and I thought of what he looks like in my head and a picture of him singing. And now I'm going to take action and look at some videos of Josh Groban later. Never underestimate the power of your influence on other people. Make it positive because we're always communicating with other people, even when we think we're not. Even when we're not saying words, we're communicating, just like I am with you right now. We are connecting, even though it's just on a video chat, but it's live. It's a live feed in real time. And you know, at least partly, that it's authentic. You know that I'm not talking from notes, a teleprompter, or a script. You can see that I'm just talking to you and responding to your comments. Obviously, I wouldn't know what you were going to say, so that's another reason you know that it's authentic. All right, everybody, so glad we connected this morning. I'm off for the rest of the day. I will see you in the next